Good morning, good morning, good morning. How's everybody doing out there? I am super excited. I'm awake this morning. I don't know what it is. I think it's a whole new feeling, a whole new show, and I'm excited to bring on my first guest. But what it is today, I hope everybody's enjoying the day. Sit back, relax, and unwind and enjoy yourself. So this is what we're going to do right now. We're going to bring our guest in right away. Hope you're enjoying it. Let's bring our guest in right now. You're welcome to the Charles Matthews Morning Show. Every day we bring in somebody new, somebody different, and new education of what's going on. So my first guest is right here. Let's bring her in. Hey, good morning.
Good morning, Charles. It's great to start morning with Charles, on the high level of energy, and positive note.
Well, I'm so glad. And I think, I didn't know we're kind of matching today. I got a little bit of the orange on there. You got it there. We didn't plan this, but it looks good. I like it.
Subconsciously.
So how you been? I know I asked everybody the same thing with the COVID and, being at home and just locked away. What have you been doing to keep yourself busy?
Most of my projects are online. Therefore, I was busy before and I'm busy now.
Okay.
And, people just shifted and it's great. Many people were able to be flexible and to shift, very fast. And most of my clients as well. So I would not say that my life changed a lot during this period.
Right.
For sure, I'm deprived, as all of us, I'm deprived of restaurants, of just... and I have dreams, I just want to go out. I want to visit restaurant and I want spa. There are only two things that I need, and that's it. And then I'm ready to go back, to walk down myself.
So you need a good glass of wine, and then just somebody giving you a nice
steak. I need steak on an open terrace, warm sunny weather, just for one day, and I'm ready, just for next few months to go in. And I was thinking, by the way, it's strange. So I was thinking how people, in prison. So this is kind of, the main deprivation that they have for years.
Yes.
It's not about, you can educate yourself, you can communicate, you still can, just sleep. But, it's something so simple and touchy, something just hug people as well. I'm a hugging person. How about you?
I'm the same thing. I talk to my friends and it's not the same. You want to go over there and say, hey, how you doing? Give them a hug, right? So, but here, if everybody's just watching for the first time, I hear an accent. So where are you from? Tell us a little bit about you, how you started, where are you from, background. A little bit more about you.
I'm from Moscow, Russia. I speak Russian, I speak Armenian, and language is my third language, and I learned it recently. I learned it 3.5 years ago, and I'm still struggling because I'm working, I'm writing, I'm educating in English, so it should be perfect.
Yes,
and there is still room for improvement. If you hear my accent, it means that there is something that I should just develop and I should work on.
No, never lose the accent. That's what makes everybody unique. That's what I like about you right now. I can hear an accent. I can hear the fun in your voice, so I love it. Never lose your accent.
Thank you. So at least you understand. You understand me.
So growing up, did you always know you wanted to get into a business? Did you always know you wanted to be an entrepreneur? How did you get into an entrepreneurship?
My dreams were very different. So at the age of 23, my husband passed away and I had 2 children of 3 and 5 years old. And my dream was to have big family, to have 6 kids, to be housewife, just, to have guests. And this is what I love, cooking, taking care of children. But because, so I needed to take responsibility and to take care of my family, I went into business. Okay. And it was interesting because I married young. I was excellent student and I was kind of... My teachers and my parents expected another career, excellent career of me, but I fell in love and I married. So I did not get my education. Therefore, at the age of 23, I did not have my education. But my husband was an entrepreneur and I helped him a lot. He taught me a lot. He was 12 years older than me. And it was an interesting period that time, in Russia, because we lived in Soviet Union. And in Soviet Union, business was considered something dirty and it was a crime.
Oh.
Yes. So, and he passed away, it was shift from Soviet Union to Russia. So, it was interesting because after we became Russia, his being entrepreneur became respectful.
Yes. Yeah, I understand.
And so, and therefore I learned from him, and I went to his meetings, and I learned accounting. So I was his uh, um, secretary. I was his kind of right hand.
Yes.
Therefore, I was prepared to go into business. Yes, it was dangerous because that time, wild 90s.
Yeah.
It was dangerous, but it was only one thing that I could do.
Okay.
So, but I was never dreaming about it because, I'm introvert. I'm not a very social person. And it will sound strange because this is something that I teach. I teach people to socialize.
Right.
And so that's why, I was pushed out of my comfort zone.
Mm-hmm. And don't you realize that when you learn something different and new about each person, you realize all the benefits that you can do? Because now you learn all the greatness that was in you. Now you're pushing it and helping everybody else with it.
First of all, I know it's not easy. Therefore, I realized that there should be someone that need to take your hand and say, look, you are safe. Let's go.
Yes.
It's fine.
Yes.
And another thing that with my example, if I could do it, and I'm not an extraordinary person, I'm just one of millions. If I was able to do it, it means, that it's possible for everyone.
Right. And you took the time. And that's the main thing that everybody needs to realize. If you put 110% in, you're going to get 110% back in. You just need to take the time and do what you love. And then it blossoms. It changes. Everything changes. So that's great. So moving forward now, how have you seen your business change?
Recently or just during these years?
And just in the years, how's it changed for you? What have you learned different?
Oh, it changed a lot. I would say that business in 90s and business in 21st century is very different. First of all, we were very aggressive.
Yes.
When we did all this, even in sales, cold calls.
Yeah.
You push, just, and you now, it's more so you build relationships.
Yes. Yes.
And sales, it's not something that you start. Sales is something that you finish, just your conversation. So you meet a person, and the person who you meet is a stranger.
Right.
And then, you develop a relationship to transform stranger into client, into potential client, then into client, and then into a friend. And this is how it goes. That time we didn't care.
Yes. It was all about, hey, can I sell you something? What do you want? Okay, thanks, bye, click.
Absolutely. Next. You did not even care about personality, but now, so, and it's good, because competition is higher. Yeah. And in this competition, you need to always create new trends, new proposals, and to be unique. And that's why, so uniqueness now is number one, your brand. So I think it changed a lot, and we changed a lot.
Yes, we handle people differently. We handle calls differently. We see that there's a value in a relationship. So what you're saying is 100% right, that now that we all see that there's a value in something, now we take our time to mold the client instead of just quick hi, okay, back, and move on to the next one.
Absolutely. And you know what? It's time to be very flexible now. That's why, and by the way, quarantine showed it very well. So look, now all the industry, the whole world is very extrovertial.
Yes.
So you should be visible, you should be communicative, you should be loud to tell about yourself. If you will sit in the corner, no one will notice you. But now, so it was time of extroverts, and I'm as an introvert, I struggled.
Yes.
And I learned how to manage my, my extroversion, how to transform it, and how to develop my extroversion skills. But now what's interesting, during these 2 months, we went back to introversion, so introversion mode.
Yes.
So people need to self-isolate, but at the same time contact with the world. And, to be able to express themselves in a different way. So it's kind of comfortable for introverts now.
Yeah.
Therefore, and it's like, this is the trajectory of our development. And if you are flexible, you will be in. If you are not flexible, you will always just run to take the going train.
Right. And do you feel like I felt since everything started, more people are getting more comfortable doing stuff like this, being on camera, talking on camera. Before, they would never do it. They would go to work, come home, go to work, come home. But now they're forced to learn how to be in front of a camera, talk in front of a camera, introduce themselves on screen. You get to be in people's homes. You know what I mean? You get to see how they live, what their style is like. Do you feel like this is helping everybody out?
And the biggest challenge here is just when you go to the camera to see your own image.
Yes.
Because so we see always others and see ourselves in the mirror, but camera is a bit different. And wow, who is this person? Yeah. And you kind of get acquainted with new you. Yeah. By the way, this is the new project that we are developing now. It will be called New You.
Oh, okay. So since we jumped on that, let's jump right into it. Hold on. So here's your website. Tell everybody the New You, how do it works, and how do we jump on board?
So the new project is not announced on website. So first of all, what I'm doing, I'm teaching and educating and training people in self-confidence, communication, and relationship building skills. Something that we all do, but we don't do it effectively. If you will take an average person, average person speaks 16,000 words per day.
Wow. Okay.
Yes. So, but question, do people understand each other in professional, in personal life? No. It means that there is something, that we don't manage the resource that we have in a proper way. Okay. So this is what I teach. And I teach communication not only through verbal ways, but non-verbally, through your manners, through your facial expressions, through your gestures, through your intonations, image, and your ability to listen and to express attention to other people. There are many, many, many ways that we don't use. As if you have your hands, you have your body, and you use only one finger. So are you able just to manage all your life with one finger? No, you have hand, you have second hand, you can clap, and you have so many possibilities, and you have everything. And this is what I teach. Another course that I created, and I was a bit surprised that the most interest for people was conflict resolution. And it was part of Genius of Communication course, one of 7 steps. And then when I saw the interest, when I saw the need, I created another course that is called Advanced Conflict Management, where we discuss tough negotiations, something that we did in the 90s, something that changed, but and people still do it. It means that you need to be able to react adequately and to keep the pressure. So we speak about self-defense, we speak about manipulation, because when we discuss 21st century, yes, there are no aggressive sales, but manipulation, advertisement manipulation, how we push to buy second product, or here is a discount, or just buy now and save $30, and it's still we are all involved in this, and you should be defensive, just not to follow someone's will, but to be free with your own desires and with your own actions. And so then I created this course about advanced conflict management. Then I saw the need that there are 3 main basic areas in our life where people kind of have challenges in building relationships. One area is professional, with bosses, colleagues, subordinates, and clients. Another area is couple relationships with people who are very close to us. And it's another type of communication, because the closer person gets to us, the more vulnerable, the more open we become. Right. How just to keep this balance, how to love and to be loved safely. This is another area. And the third area is parent-child relationship. You know, so there is a lot of material about communication between adult parents and kids, but we don't have enough information about adult parents and adult kids, because now I have lots of clients, and you know, most of their challenges go back to their childhood.
Yes.
And unresolved issues, traumas, abuses. And even, you know, some of them lost their parents, but they still did not complete relationships with their parents who they lost. They could not forgive. They sometimes, you know, they live with guilt. So I have a client, you know, he was 16 when his mom passed away, and he was not around. He went to date with his girlfriend.
Oh, okay.
And he cries till now because, you know, so he did not know. What could 16-year-old kid understand about death? Nothing.
Right.
But he judges himself, you know, for 40 years.
Mm-hmm.
And so it means that there is connection with parent that he did not finish. He did not say main words to his mom, "Mom, I love you."
Yes. So
and I'm safe.
He keeps that inside with him. He harpers on that all the time.
He carries, you know, and if you will, metaphorically, it looks like, you know, you have big backpack and it's full of, you know, just hard burden. And you carry it through all your life. Now imagine if you will get rid of it.
Right.
Your posture, your everything, you will shine.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore, another course that I created, and I'm working on it now, it's called Top-Notch Confidence and Self-Esteem.
Right.
So these are the products for adults.
Okay.
And when I started thinking, you know, what if, so I was not taught communication at school. I was not taught it in kindergarten. You know, I learned it by myself and through my hardship. What if we'll take kids and now we'll start teaching kids from the beginning? So at the age of 20, 25, you know, they will not think about soft skills. They will be ready. Especially now it's considered number one.
Yes, it's not something that they're taught. It's something they already knew growing up. It's certain things in our lives we're taught, but it should be just things that are natural to us as we progress into more further doing stuff.
It's something that we call now emotional intelligence.
Right.
Social emotional skills. They always existed, but now we created a wonderful name for it. And so I created programs for trainers who work with children, so they can teach kids develop their social emotional skills. I have it's franchise-like models for 2+, 4+, 7+, 12+, and 17+ years old. So these are all the products that I have at the moment. But then the new you is a new program that we are trying to do on YouTube. It will be a program where we will work with one person. For now, it will be a woman who will transform through 2 months. Will give challenges. It will be everyday challenges that she will go through, and we will support her in changing her life. So before and after,
and we get to see the progress. We get to see how she's progressing, what she's learning, and probably what we see her doing can affect us too, because guaranteed there'll be somebody out there going, "Oh, that's what I went through. Okay, I understand what she's doing," and it help others at the same time.
And these challenges, so it will be about her appearance, about her psychological self-positioning. It will be about her health. It will be about everything, about her job as well. So we'll kind of mentor her, support her, and guide her during these 2 months. And, not only people will be related, people can take some of these challenges and use for their benefits.
Right. Okay. Well, we're going to take a quick break. And when we come back, we're going to talk about how you find people. How do we find ourselves to get to that next level? How do we know, okay, you know something? I hear what you're saying, but how do I get out of bed and be that new person? What's my first step that we have to do? Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Immigrant Women in Business, IWB, is a non-profit organization bringing together women from over 50 different countries around the globe. These women have now made Canada their home and share a common goal of providing value to their new sisters. Our motto of "We are stronger together" resonates with all members, and with a diverse membership of business leaders, entrepreneurs and community builders, our goal is to make Canada better and provide guidance and leadership to those that follow.
CMJ Entertainment is a one-stop shop. CMJ Entertainment helps people do any type of events, and it's a marketing tool as well. So we'll cover everything from start to finish. If it's a wedding, we'll make sure your wedding is over the top. And if it's an event, we make sure that everybody gets information at the end of the day. Give us a call at 416-414-8964 or online, go to cmjent.com. Yes, we're back, and we're talking about different aspects, in our lives, and we understand that times are changing and we have to change sometimes to fit into it as well. So before the break, I was asking you, give us one tip? How do we start? There's somebody that's watching this right now and they go, "Oh yeah, that's me." How do we start? What do we do? Just give us one tip. When we wake out of bed, or do we read a book, or what do we need to do?
So there was an experiment about 100 years ago on mice. Scientists found out that there is a certain state of mice when they're in their comfort zone. Then, they gave a bit of stress to mice, and they observed the level of their anxiety.
Right.
So then they increased stress, and they saw what changes. And, so what was the conclusion of this research? So their certain level of stress is helpful. The certain level of anxiety is helpful because it helps us to grow. Mm-hmm. However, if the stress is too much, if anxiety is too much, there is a distress level that destroys us. Therefore, my first advice would be just, stress is normal. Don't be scared. If you don't feel comfortable, it does not mean that you are lost. It means that, there is a challenge. There is kind of, there is an impulse that invites you to respond. Mm-hmm. Because, sometimes people think, okay, if something is wrong in my life, something wrong with me. No, it's just life calling.
Right. Okay. I get what you're saying. So
something wrong with you will be if you will not respond to this calling.
Okay.
However, if you feel that stress is too much, then, just ask for help, ask for support. So, and each of us, can, I told that we have great instrument, our own body.
Yes.
Just see, if you kind of, just emotional, uncomfortable, it's fine. But if you have physical pain, it's not fine. Therefore, find this point of balance of stress, just that will help you grow. Look, if I will if I will not respond to the stress, I will not be where I am now.
Yes, because
it does not mean, absolutely, look, it does not mean that I would ever learn something. No. Mm-hmm. Couch and TV and, just pack of chips is the most comfortable, I would state for all of us.
Ketchup and sour cream for me. So, yeah, there you go.
And then ketchup, sour cream, guacamole, just this is very individual. But we are all similar, and we are not it's very comfortable to lie down and do nothing. But if you want to do something, then accept that there will be kind of discomfort, kind of anxiety. And this is normal.
Yes, you have to grow and realize that, okay. And the funny thing is, every day there'll be a different challenge in your life. Okay. And you have to figure out, do I make that challenge destroy me? Or do I sit back, take a breath, and conquer that challenge? And that's that challenge is you learn things. Every time you fail, you take another step of learning something new. You fail oh, what happened? Oh, I realized, okay. And you move to the next one and move to the next one. So
there is no other way. There is no, I would be happy if they will be, but there is no other way. But there are two other things, that are very needed.
Yes.
So next thing is just, to to reward you for achievements.
Okay.
We don't do it. You know, you said about even, look, the same chips. If you did something great, then go to your couch, then turn on your TV, then take your ketchup, sour cream, and, you know, but not before. Because you know what? So usually we say, okay, if I will buy a condo, I will reward myself. Okay, but you will buy condo, you know, not in 1 month. But it means that 1 month you will be deprived, like kid, you will be deprived of sweets.
Yes. Yeah.
Give sweets to yourself every day. I believe that every day you do something great. Every day.
Right.
You opened your eyes, you smile. You smiled. It's great. Because you could have done it differently. You could have said, come on, in another day. So then you met with someone, you know, and you managed, you think that you managed this meeting well. Reward yourself. It can be, say you are great, buy ice cream, you know, buy your favorite, favorite dessert. So that's why, you know, that's kind of, because look, people usually eat to like overeating there, you know, just
stress eating.
Absolutely. But, you know, it will be not, do it reward eating.
Yeah.
And that time, imagine how many rewards you will have.
Yeah.
If it will be reward eating, you know, just non-stop, you know, just achievements. And this is very important. We forget, you know, just to say, Naira, you were good. You were so good. You know, I'm proud of you. We are deprived of this. And that's why, you know, we usually look for someone who will say, Naira, you are great.
I was just about to say that. You're absolutely right. We wait for others to tell you good job, but we never say to ourselves, oh man, that was a great interview. Okay, I did great. You know what I mean? We never say that to ourselves, and we need to start talking to ourselves and telling ourselves how great we are.
And third thing, you know, just it starts before even doing something. It's motivation. And you know, when we speak about motivation, yes, you know, I don't like slogans. Motivation is important. Okay, what's then? I know that it's important. We all are very educated, and you know, my clients, very intelligent and very educated, but something, you know, somehow, you know, all this knowledge is not helpful. And when you will, if we speak about motivation, you know, so we don't motivate ourselves properly. You know, it's about our whys. Okay, why do you want to do this? And if you are not motivated enough, it means that your why is not analyzed enough well.
So you mean it's not something that it's really pushing you? You need.
It means that, you know, you don't understand your whys in a correct way. I mean, I say, okay, why do you want this? Okay, because I want to be successful. It's not a motivation. Why you want to be successful?
What's the end goal? What are you pushing for? Successful is nice, but what type of success? Do you want to leave a legacy? Do you want to build something? Do you want to be successful in this and this and this? You can't just say, yeah, I want to be successful. Give yourself an end goal. What about the success?
And you know, just so the more detailed you will be,
yes,
the better, because once you will find that point, you say, oh, now I know why I want to be successful, because I want to prove to that person.
Yes.
You know, sometimes that I'm great. And, you know, and this was what pushes you, because I want to show them that I can.
Okay.
Because I want, you know, not to be like my father. Because I want my child never see what I saw. So, and the more detailed and exact it will be, so the better it will be, the more helpful it will be for our.
All right. Well, first of all, I want to thank a couple of people on here. I'm going to put it up on the screen. There we go. IWB, Immigrant Women in Business. I want to thank them so much. This show today was brought to you by IWB, because without them, I would have never found you. So thank you so much to them. And thank you so much for coming on my show. You know, I really learned a lot, and it's true. We have to start thanking ourselves for number one. Get out there more, learning to de-stress ourselves and understand that a little bit of stress is not the end of the world. It's how you conquer it and move forward. So thank you so much for taking the time. And we're going to put your business up one more time. And if they need anything, there's a whole slew of information there. You can just go onto her website and take a look. And I'm going to put the phone numbers, everything on the screen one more time. Give her a call, 647 460-3430. Or you can email her right there at the Gmail account. And if you want to do more, I see that you have a lot of blogs. How often do you blog?
I once in 2 weeks.
Okay, so there's a lot of...
My social media is more active than my blogs.
Okay. But there's a lot of stories, a lot of reading there. So please take the time, learn some stuff, because I was going through your website and you have a lot of great stories there. There's a lot of information there to help you out. All right.
Thank you, Charles. And
this is your opportunity. Before you go, I'm never going to let you go before you do the Queen Wave and thank anybody you want to thank. This is your opportunity to say hi to anybody out there.
So I would say hi and lots of thank you for IWB, because I'm a founding member, and so this is number 4. Just surround yourself with like-minded people, because if they will remind you every day about your purpose, about energy, about your goal, and about your needs. And so being in IWB, so I'm surrounded with such people. It was my choice, and I'm inviting everyone who shares our values.
Yes.
Of growing, moving forward, supporting each other, and just and being positive, optimistic, and
there you go. Well, thank you so much. Thank you. Listen, when this is all over, because I want to meet you. I want to meet all the other beautiful ladies that I've... yes, I know. And don't forget the steak.
Absolutely. Steak and the wine. Agreed.
There you go. Thank you so much for being on the show. All right.
Thank you very much, Charles. Thank you.
Remember, take the time. Introduce yourselves. It takes one step at a time. If you learn what she was saying, you don't have to jump all at once, but you can take steps. 1 step, 2 step each time, and I guarantee you it'll be much better. As I always say, you didn't have to watch, but you did. See you next time. Enjoy yourself.